Good morning, everyone. I am sitting, well, it's actually not morning anymore. I lied. Sorry. I slept in pretty late today until like 9:30 because I was up late with our friends. We had a great white elephant celebration, but I have work to do today. Get ready because this is year 6 of daily vlogging. I actually just sent out an email for work, actually, but that's not the work I have to do today. I have to come up with the schedule and get some outfits sorted out, meaning like how many outfits in each thing. Anyway, for the short film, which is rapidly approaching. It is rapidly approaching and is happening this weekend. Lainey flies in on Friday. Friday night is when I go pick her up, and yeah. I'm always a little nervous because even though I literally just shot something this past weekend, I am so afraid that I'm gonna especially because this is Lainey's story, and I just put it in screenplay format, and I'm directing and I'm cinematographer, but because she's in the film, she plays Phoebe. So anyway, and I think Kendall is working and her sister's in town, so she can't help us on set. So it's a very small team. Very small team. We have a person coming in to be our on-set photographer, which is super fun. It's actually a friend of my brother's, and which reminds me, I need to message him right now and ask him for his email. So I have not gotten any work done yet because I finally have caught up on Miss Sarah's vlogs. Finally, I was like a month and a half behind. It was insane. So I am caught up and I'm taking this time. I only have a few other YouTube videos that aren't like DFB YouTube videos because those are longer. Because there's a few other YouTubers that I have their notifications on, and so I want to watch their videos when they come out. There's only like 2 more that I have to get through. So I was like, you know what? Because crazy as it sounds, that was on my to-do list and there's a lot of YouTube comments too that I need to catch up on. So that'll take all of those notifications out of my app and all of that. But my mom is currently on her way to an urgent care to get a flu test because she was not able to get one yesterday because they didn't have them in at the CVS she went to get the COVID test. It is now past the 24-hour mark since her test, so she should get her results anytime between in the next 23 hours because it's past the time, 23, 22 hours. Her symptoms they're basically the same, but they've started to get better, her muscle, slight muscle pain. She only has muscle pain in the backs of her legs, her neck, and that was kind of it. Anyway, but she's going to get a flu test just to cross that out as well, and then hopefully we will have the PCR COVID test results by the end of today. And then I asked her if she thinks of it to ask the urgent care people, what about my dad? Whether my mom's test comes back positive or not, because she shouldn't have tested too early because it was on day 2 of her symptoms that she tested, and so far days 2 and 3 have been the worst of her mild symptoms. So her viral load, if it is COVID, should have been at one of its peaks during that point, and now it's probably going down. But just if she did for some reason test too early, she does have the other Binax Now COVID test as well that she could take at home if she wanted to, if she wanted to that tomorrow or something, or the day after. But just to see with my dad, if my dad should also get a PCR COVID test 5 to 7 days after my mom's first set of symptoms, just to make sure that if my mom did test too early and then it did go to my dad, but my dad's asymptomatic, that he there's so many things. And I was talking to Miss Sarah about this because she just went through the stress of this. She just went through stressing and hoping. She was on the opposite side though. Her family was already there, and she was stressing that she hoped none of them would get it if she had accidentally passed it to them before she realized she was sick, before she started feeling sick. And for me, it's I'm not there yet. And my dad isn't the one. I mean, I'm sure my dad might be mildly concerned, but I am the one that is mostly concerned because I will be devastated if I cannot go home for Christmas, because I know everyone's well, Christmas is really just a day, you could technically do it whenever, but I can't, my brain doesn't work like that. I'm no, this is the day of the holiday, and especially because I'm a Christian, I'm like, nope, that's the day. Like, that is the day. That's why we celebrate on that day. So I can't just be like, oh, well, I'll just fly in and like later in January. And so, like, I can't. Like, that doesn't work. So I'm so hoping, but I am so scared that it is positive. And I'm just like, oh my God. As I said, she will be fine. She will be okay. She'll be past her 10 days. Her 10 days will be on the 22nd. So I'll just have to change my flight to fly in later. But if my dad were to have, like, we wouldn't be able to do it. All right. It is 3:10. I have made it through all with the exception of one video that's not a Disney food blog video. But it's the vocal coach that I watch her videos. She reacted to Descendants 3, and I love the Descendants movies, but I really want to see her reaction. But it's a longer video since that's a full movie, so it's like a 30-minute video. So I'll watch that another time, and I am behind on DFB videos by like 3 weeks. But anyway, I'll catch up on that at another time. I'm going to go through the photos that I took last night because I wanted to take photos at the holiday party, and so I did. So I'm going to go through, put them in a probably a Google Drive folder, and then send them to everyone. I think it's the plan.
I got a present.
I am not at home anymore, as you can tell, and it is not a Monday or a Thursday. I got called into work on an emergency setting because Maya has a family emergency that is happening right now. So I'm sending her all my love, and because it's a rough thing going on right now for her. That happened seemingly very, very out of the blue. So I'm covering for her tonight, which is fine. I can do all my work here. They've got 3 classes here tonight, but one is online. So it's just the teacher that's here. And then I'll be here in the office again tomorrow. But yeah, it's just virtual acting class, and then a acting essentials class for an hour and a half, and then a 2-hour adult class. I also can now give a full update on my mom. I am so grateful. So I never thought I would be so happy to say that I'm so glad my mom got a flu test and tested positive for the flu. But she just got back her PCR COVID test results. So her rapid COVID test result that she took at home was negative. She tested for the flu today and tested positive for strain B, and that is contagious for 5 to 7 days. So she will be good by Sunday afternoon. And her PCR COVID test was negative. I could cry. And my dad has been staying away from her. The doctor did say that she could prescribe a prescription for Tamiflu, not for my mom because it's too late for my mom, but for my dad to take, like, to kind of fight off. He's not feeling any symptoms at all, so I think it's okay. I think we have missed, but I'm not entirely sure because I'm gonna have to look up. I don't know. I think the flu though was pretty quick. It's within like 2 or 3 days. But I could be wrong about that. That, like, if you've been around someone who has it and it spreads to you, it's not, I don't think it's like a COVID situation where it takes like a week or 2 weeks. But anyway, my mom is negative and flu is positive, which now makes me feel much more like the PCR test was not taken too early. Like, no, it's strain B of the flu and not COVID. I am so beyond relieved. And I never thought I'd say that. Like, I feel bad she has the flu, and so does she. Like, you know, but she hasn't felt horrible. She's felt more like it's been a cold, but has aches and pains with it. Like, not, but like pretty mild. Like, mild to moderate, not too bad. And she's already past the worst of it. That's the thing. So 5 to 7 days she's contagious, and today's day 4. So, anyway, I'm so glad. Alrighty, I am heading to bed. Harrison and Aaron and Costa and Ashlyn are here. Amaria went to her parents' house for the holidays, so I won't see her until I get back from Texas, which is now on, thankfully, still on, I should say, because it is not COVID for my mom. I'm so beyond grateful. Anyway, I'm gonna head to bed, so thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. All my social media is in the description. Love you all.